What's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching this video. So today we're going to be using the Kylie and Balmain collection, getting a first impression on it. This is a look that I got. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep on watching. I'm sure you're going to want to keep on watching, because if you don't keep on watching, you ain't going to get a chance to win these, okay? If you want to win these, you got to watch the video, okay? Okay. All right, so here's the look that I want to recreate from the Kylie and Balmain collab. I'm going to just jump right into the eyeshadows. All right, guys, here's the palette. I'm going to insert swatches of the eyeshadows here so that you can see how the eyeshadows perform individually. I really like the vibes from this palette. It gives off a pastel, soft, angelic, if you will, type palette, and that's kind of the vibe that I got from the campaign too, especially with that soft, ruffly feather-like clothing that they were wearing. We have one eye completed. We're gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I started off with the shade Main Event as kind of like a transition shade. So I laid this down. It's gonna be easier for you guys. Just look this way. So I went ahead and I laid this into my crease. And then I buffed it up just a tad so that this could be a really good buffer. So that's what that looks like. Second shade I used was Top Model, which is that warmer peach, if you will. It's a deeper peach. And then I brought that above the crease. So into the crease and above. Swirling to blend. Fair warning, there is quite a bit of fallout that'll come up with the shadows, and I'll show you what I mean here. You can see when I pick up the shades, they bring up a lot of product. I definitely am using a softer brush. I don't know why this fallout is happening, but you can see just by slightly tapping the product, it'll pick up a whole bunch. So with that being said, use a very light hand when you're picking up the shadow, or else you'll have it all over your clothes. Shadow and give more of that lilac tone to the shade. Definitely taking the shadow lower than I did Main Event, and then just blending it ever so slightly. I would also like to focus this color on the inner portion of my eye, and the reason I'm doing this is because in the look that Kylie posted, it really looks like that lilac shade is really prevalent, so I'm wanting to bring that out by accentuating the inner corner of my eye, which is usually the focus, especially with a lighter shadow like this. You have that contrast between green and purple. Putting it into my inner corner. Just like that. The next shadow I'm going to go in with is the color PFW, and I'm going to use a smaller flat shader brush, and PFW is that deep purple shade here. Go ahead and pick it up. So I'm taking this right along the outer third of my eye, right along the lash line, and just concentrating that color there. You'll notice in the picture there seems to be a gap in between the purple and the green, and in that gap I'm going to add the color Night Out, which seems to be like a transition shade. So now that I have that color concentrated to my liking, I'm going to take a shadow brush like this, which is denser and packed. Would be considered like a blending brush, and we're going to take this and pick up a tiny bit of the PFW, tap off the excess, and blend the color that I've already laid out upwards. This is going to create that smoky effect. So I'm going to take a fluffier blending brush like this, a smaller, fluffier blending brush, and I'm going to take the color Night Out, which is this iridescent pink shade. I'm going to pick a little bit of that up. Like I said, be careful with picking up the shadow because you will get a little bit of fallout. Tap off the excess so that fallout isn't all over the bottom of your eye. And then you're going to go ahead and press the shade into the center of the eye. The reason I say press is because you're going to end up with a ton of fallout underneath your eyes if you just take what's on your brush and start swishing it all around your eye. You're going to want to press it to give it concentration. And once you have most of that product laid out on your eye, that's when you can go in and lightly buff it out. So now there's a little bit of a gradient between the center of the eye and the outer corner. Now I'm going to take a small detailed brush like so. It's a shader brush, really thin. And I'm going to pick up the shade City of Love, which is that iridescent pastel green color. You're going to go ahead and take that green and you're going to go ahead and place it on the inner corner of the eye. Now, I'm focusing it on the inner third against the lash line like we did before with the deeper purple. Now we're going to go ahead and do the shadow underneath. The colors that I used for that were Catwalk, the shade here, and then I used a little bit of this Top Model shade as well. And I blended that underneath the eye. So I started off with Catwalk, and I'll pick a little bit up, tap off the excess, and the color wasn't deep enough for me, and that's the reason why I added Top Model. Now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, my lashes are on. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face. The first product that I'm going to use is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer, and I'm going to use the shade Caramel Cutie. Bronzer is on, and now I'm going to add a little bit of blush to kind of keep with that pastel theme. I'm going to use this Urban Decay blush in Obsessed. It's from the Afterglow collection. So you can see that kind of helps to complement the color of the eyeshadows a little bit more and balance things out. Then you can also add a little bit of blush to your nose, like the tip of your nose. You can put it on the bridge, just like so. Okay. Alright, blush, bronze. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the lips. So, of course I'm going to use lip products from this collection. I'll go ahead and insert a little swatch video of that here. I really like the lip liner color, the way it's swatched, so I'm hoping that it works as well on my lips because a lot of nude pencils aren't made for girls that have a medium skin tone or deeper, unfortunately, in these kits. So I end up having to use like my own lip liner and then using the lip color that comes in the kit. Bummer. So hopefully this camera died, but we're back in action. So the consistency of the pencil is super smooth, glided on really well, didn't really have issues with payoff. I did go over a couple of times just to get more saturation of the color for my liking, but if I just went over once, I could have a nice subtle definition. Alright guys, so next thing I'm going to go in with is this matte lipstick in the shade Paris. And it's a doe foot applicator, just wiping off the excess. So you can kind of see. Here is the lip color. It is a matte finish. It doesn't stick. Dries fairly quickly. It does have a slight sweet scent to it, but nothing crazy. Doesn't overwhelm me or anything like that. I could leave the color like this, but I'm just gonna wear everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this gloss. It seems to be just an iridescent gloss. There is chunks of glitter in there as well, with a slight hue of pink. Same scent as the lipstick. This is one coat of the gloss. Not sticky. More of like a balm type stick. I'm gonna add another coat. I feel like I'm gonna put on gloss and make it like real juicy. Aha! There's the juice. Alright. Unlike when I'm talking, my lips aren't sticking when they're parting from each other. So my favorite product, or products actually, in this collection have to be these two lippies. I really like the gloss because it's not sticky. I feel like I can just wear this alone or just with this lip liner without the pink on a day-to-day basis, and it's definitely something I will incorporate. I love a good gloss and lip liner combo. Don't necessarily have to have lipstick usually on a day-to-day basis. I like the consistency, the way the products glided on, and that they're not sticky. And I love the color of the lip liner. Good everyday color for me. Now, my thoughts on the eyeshadow palette. I really liked the color scheme that was going on here. I am just kind of disappointed in the way that the shadow tends to break up and create that like chalk buildup when you're picking up the colors. The payoff though, you know, each shadow kind of ranges, but for the most part the payoff is good. It's just a bummer that there's a ton of fallout. So when you are applying these shadows, definitely tap off the excess before applying your eye and press before blending. Otherwise you'll have a ream of shadow underneath your eyes. Overall though, I like this palette. I like the colors. The color scheme is great. It's a nice soft pastel. Did it come at a good time? It's the end of summer. Not so much. I don't see myself wearing this a lot throughout the fall, but there are shadows in here, especially the foiled ones, that I will use consistently. As a thank you for my wonderful subscribers for still being here, as well as my new subscribers to come, I do have a giveaway. It includes everything that I used today, the whole Kylie and Balmain collection, the eyeshadow palette, the lip kit, as well as the lip gloss. Alright, so here are the rules for the contest. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, like this video, and put in the comments below what your favorite Halloween candy is. That is coming up, and the deadline for this contest will be the 31st of October. And I will go ahead and update the caption, or I'm sorry, I will go ahead and update the information with the winner, as well as post it on my Instagram story. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it is the same username, Limitlessly, LMTLESSLI. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys back soon.